Buongiorno classe! Come state? Bene, grazie. So oggi coniughiamo, today we're going to conjugate I verbi irregolari, irregular ARE verbs. Specifically, oggi coniughiamo, today we're going to conjugate I verbi fare and andare. As a refresher, fare, to do, and andare, to go. As an extra refresher, let's talk about a couple vocab words that we will hear oggi today quite often. The verb infinitive, stem, and ending. So when it comes to these verbi, these verbs, we have a verb infinitive, a stem, and an ending. As you can see by the example fare, the infinitive form is the entire verb, fare. The stem is effe, and the ending is are. These are are verbs that we're working. So, io sono curiosa, now I'm curious, what is the verb infinitive form of andare, the stem, and the ending? Thoughts? Andare is the infinitive form, the whole verb. The stem is and ending are. Again, these are are verbs. Now, these are due verbi irregolari. They're two irregular verbs, which means they don't follow a regular pattern. In the last video, we talked about ARE verbs ending in a specific way. Io ends in O, tu ends in I, lui, lei ends in A, noi, amo, voi, a te, loro, hanno, are, aere, aere. That ring a bell? Hopefully. These verbs, fare and andare, are irregular because they have different forms than regular ARE verbs. They do not follow that regular pattern. First, let's talk about that verbo fare, which means to do or make. There are a lot of fare expressions in Italiano. Fare attenzione, pay attention. Fare I compiti, to do your homework. And then fare una domanda, which is synonymous with another ARE verb. Which one is it? Let's alzare. Domandare. Fare is irregular in terms of the fact that it has a changing stem and ending. So hold on to your seat. Yeah, your seat. I sure am. So we'll start with our verb conjugation box. Of course, there's io, tu, lui, lei formale, noi, voi, and loro. Get ready. Io becomes io faccio. Tu, fai che fai. It's what at least my family would say to me often growing up. What are you doing? Lui, lei, fa. Noi, facciamo. So similar to the io form with the due ci, the two C's there. Voi fate, not fate. Voi fate. Perhaps it is your fate to conjugate il verbo fare. And loro fanno here con due N, two N's. So let's do a little bit of pratica. Of course, feel free to go back to the previous slide. Io blank I miei compiti. I'm doing or I do my homework. It is io faccio. Luigi blank una domanda. Luigi asks a question. Luigi makes a question. Luigi is una persona, a person. Una persona, one person, which means lui fa una domanda. Tu e Marta blank lo sport. Now, here we have to do a pronoun switch. Tu e Marta. It's not just two, it's tu e Marta. You and one other person. That is the voi form. So voi fate lo sport. Numero 4. Le ragazze blank attenzione. Pay attention. Le ragazze, the girls. Now this word here is plurale, it's plural. So it's not just una ragazza, one girl, it is a group of girls. Think about it in Inglese. The girls do their homework. The girls pay attention. They, so it is loro fanno. moving on adesso to il verbo andare, which means to go. Now, the stem here is similar in the noi and voi form. So the stem, and, A-N-D, it is similar in noi and voi. All forms follow ARE verb endings except the loro form, but that'll look familiar, vi promesso, I promise you. So again, we have our verb conjugation box. Now, questa volta, this time, I actually outlined the box in a different colore, in a different color. And for this, I actually encourage you to have due colori, two colors to write these conjugations in your notes. Io, tu, lui, lei, and loro will be in un colore, one color, the same color you outline the box in. And then noi and voi in a diverso colore, in a different color. The reason being, sono diversi, they are different. You'll see perché, you'll see why. So andare, again, it has a changing stem. So that means and, A-N-D, is going to look different. I go becomes io vado. Again, irregular. It's not ando, which would be the traditional regular pattern. To, guesses? Not andi, because remember, it's irregular, so it follows a weird pattern. It would become to vai. Lui lei. I think you're seeing a pattern here. Not lui lei anda, but lui lei va. Okay. Now here we're going to jump back up to noi. We. Get your other colore, your other color ready. This is going to make a lot of sense now. Perché? Because noi and voi have a regular stem. It is and. Follows a regular pattern. It becomes noi andiamo. We go. And then y'all go, again, is regular, just like regular ARE verbs from il video prima, the first video. Voi andate. Last but certainly not least, loro. Go back to that primo colore. Primo colore for loro, it's going to look a little diverso, a little different with the ending, but it starts con la stessa lettera, with the same letter. Loro vanno. They go. Io vado, tu vai, lui lei va, noi andiamo, voi andate, loro vanno. So for a little pratica here, io blank a scuola. I go to school. Io vado. Noi blank alla sala da pranzo per cena. I noticed a typo. We go to the dining room for dinner. Noi andiamo. La madre blank al lavoro. The mother goes to work. La madre here is referring to una persona, female. She goes to work. Lei va al lavoro. Gli studenti blank alla classe di scienza. The students go to science class. Now here, just like le ragazze, the girl one from prima, from before, gli studenti is talking about multiple students. Not one student goes to science class, but multiple students go to science class. The students go to science. The students go to ELA. They, think about it in English, go to school. Loro vanno alla classe di scienza. Last one. Tu e Marco blank a giocare. You and Marco go to play. Tu e Marco, again, we have to do a pronoun switch here. It's not just tu, it's not just Marco. It's tu e Marco. Talking to multiple people here. So tu e Marco, y'all go to play. Voi andate a giocare. Ottimo lavoro, buona fortuna con questi due verbi irregolari.